Yo, what is up, guys? Today I have a brand new video for you all. Over the last couple weeks, I haven't really been uploading that much Advanced Warfare gameplay, but that's because I've been doing a lot of real-life stuff, and I've really enjoyed it with the HD camera and all. But this is primarily a Call of Duty channel, so I figured we'll get back into the swing of things. So last weekend, we had the first ever Advanced Warfare tournament. We came in second, and then after that, I had to go to Las Vegas. And while we were in Las Vegas, a patch came out for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, which nerfed a lot of guns, but it also buffed a lot of guns. And that made a lot of different variations of weapons more viable. And since ranked play is going to be coming out in full swing in just any day now, I figured this would be the best time to give you guys a class setup video. I'm usually not a really big fan of these types of videos just because I feel like it's really easy to determine what you should be using. But since the BAL-27, which was the main gun that was used by every player in the game, was somewhat nerfed, and there is now another option for SMG. I think this is the best time to help you guys because there is going to be some exclusive armor unlocks for anybody who is playing ranked play and gets to a certain ranking. I think that you're going to be getting that dope, like, all gold camo, whatever it may, I don't know what it is, but it looks awesome if you're like Grandmaster, top 100 in the world. So let me help you guys out, and let's get straight into it. All right, guys, so this is my first class setup, and to be honest with you, this is what I was using pre-patch, and I don't know if I'm even going to use this anymore. We played in the 5K tournament yesterday, the 44. We actually ended up winning it, even though Crim64 and I were on like 5 hours of sleep, and we haven't played the game in literally a week. But I did not use this class one time yesterday. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this on my stream, but I wasn't live yesterday. But I did not use this at all. But this next class is something that I was using on LAN. It has foregrip, stock, and quick draw on the BAL. And then I'm just running overcharge, overclock, just because I think this is a really, really great class for getting to hard points or running flags and capture the flag. Whatever it may be, this is just like your move quickly, kill fast, all around great class to use. But then as we move on, this is also something that I was using on Championship Sunday in Columbus. Instead of using quick draw, I was using foregrip on a red dot BAL. And again, I have overcharge and overclock. Fast hands just allows me to turn on my ability a little bit quicker. This is something I've been having a lot of fun with. I did not use it much yesterday because for the simple reason is that there is now finally an SMG that is viable to use, and that is the AS-M1. I've seen a lot of pro players using rapid fire. I have not tried that out personally, just because I really enjoy the foregrip quick draw advanced rifling setup. And I mean, as you guys notice, since I'm a player that moves around quite a bit, I have overcharge and overclock on this class. But here's the thing. The things that the pro community uses is probably a lot different than you're going to see people using in ranked play. And when I say that, I mean this. So we can change this class very easily by taking off overcharge, taking off our perk 1 greed, and then putting on a wild card called Tactician, which would allow me to use overclock or trophy overclock or stim overclock and cloak. And here is a class that I was using yesterday before we played some of the pro teams, and that was overclock and cloak. This is a very interesting class because it allows you to get to the hard point very quickly, and since you are going to be playing ranked play, it's going to be hard point, uplink, capture the flag, and search and destroy. Cloak allows you to really break hard points very, very easily. So say the other team is set up, they have hold of the map, and you're spawning out, and you need to get back over to the other side of the map and try to get those points for your team. All you really have to do is throw on overclock with fast hands and then throw on cloak with fast hands, and basically you have such an advantage because the other team can't really see you that well. Obviously they can spot you, but this really gives you an opportunity to break hills. And that's what I was doing yesterday. So all of these classes I really want you guys to take with a grain of salt because they can change so easily by changing what tactician you guys are using or what second ability are you going to be using, or do you want to use overcharge? If you are somebody that likes to get into a hill, I highly suggest using a trophy system, and then you can take off Tactician and probably put on 2 stuns. That is also another option, but if I were you, I would just really find what you're most comfortable with and then start running that. Like at the beginning of the game, I was using trophy system and stun grenades, but then yesterday I decided to take off. I decided to take off my trophy class. I put overclock on, and then I put on flak jacket just because the other team that I was playing against was throwing a lot of grenades. And then the other team was also throwing a lot of stuns. So I took off Blast Suppressor and I put on Hardwired. It's really all about adapting to what the other team is using. But since you won't be able to do that in ranked play, you just have to pick a class that you are most comfortable with. So I'd say like the number one ability that you should be using should be Overclock. That's just my opinion. Trophy System is also like a close second. But if you really want to try and have like a good meta, like a good cheese that will help you break hills or get to the flag a little easier, just move around the map, I think Cloak is really a great option. I never use Stim. Scump uses Stim to break hills sometimes, but Stim, in my opinion, is something that it just runs out too quickly, and it doesn't really make that big of a difference. So Stim isn't really something that is very important in my book, but these are like my main respawn classes. I'll use like the 4-grip quick draw stock for Capture the Flag and Uplink with Overclock, and then I will use like this SMG for CTF, but like I said, I'd probably take off Trophy System for CTF and run Overclock with Overcharge just because I run flags, but that is just my personal use. And then Search and Destroy is also like a really, really big component to ranked play that you're going to be playing. So if I had to give you guys any suggestions, I would probably be using Mute at all times for your EXO ability. I'm probably going to change this class up a little bit. This is what I was using pre-patch. And like I said, a lot of these classes that I showed you earlier were post-patch with the ASM1 and the 4-grip instead of quick draw, since there is a little more recoil with the bow. But just so you guys know, a lot of classes that I have Mute device, and then I also have double nades just because, I mean, when you have 2 grenades on, that just gives you guys more opportunities to get kills in Search and Destroy. And then for the second class, this is only for certain maps. I think I only used this on Terrace, and the last map that we played was Terrace. Because you guys are probably thinking, why do you have an SMG and a shotgun on? And I was just trying this out, but I don't think I'll be using this class anymore. To really give you guys a good suggestion, I'd probably take off the shotgun here, and then I would take off Overkill. And what I would do is I would run Tactician, and then I would put on Overclock so that you can put Fast Hands back on, and that you'll be able to rush very easily with this class. And maybe you might even want to mess around with Rapid Fire. I haven't had a chance to try it out, but with this, you'll be able to get to positions very quickly since you have the mobility of SMG, and then you have Overclock, and then nobody will be able to hear you because you have Mute. So this is a really good class for rushing. Give it a try. I think you guys will find a lot of success with it. And then if we move down, I have the same thing for my Bal 27, Overclock and Mute, just because if I need a little bit more range, but I want to get to a position a lot quicker, this is what I would use. And we keep going, and you guys can see that I have the cheese on with the Stim and the Overclock, but I will not be using Stim that much. Maybe in ranked play, but not against pro teams. I'm going to take off Tactician, and I'm also going to show you guys something that I like to do. So I take off Lightweight. This is going to be like my sniper class, and then I throw on Overkill. Then we throw on the Moors with a variable zoom, and then we put on Mutes. This is a very good sniping class, but it also has the versatility of moving around bomb sites because you have the SMG. In case you get in like a 1v2 or 1v3 situation, you have to move around very quickly. And then as we keep going, my last and final class is just a 4-grip quick draw and stock Bal with double nades and the Mute, just because this is a really good class with grenades and just to be silent. This is kind of like a standard Search and Destroy class. And I think a lot of these classes are kind of self-explanatory. They really make sense if you think about the game types that you're playing. A lot of respawns, like I said, I used a lot of Overcharge and Overclock, but you can throw on a trophy with some stuns or some EMPs. A lot of different options, but this is what I'm using right now. This is what we won the 5K with, and this is just what has been on my mind. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys found this to be as helpful as possible. And if you guys enjoyed the video, I would really, really appreciate it if you guys could leave a thumbs up. Just trying to help you guys as much as I can as time goes on and the game evolves a little bit more. So hopefully, as you guys hop into ranked play, that these are the classes that you'll be using, because I think you guys will find a lot of success with them. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you very much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys in a live stream later today.